The last couple of years, I've talked to friends in conversation, and I've said, ideally hope that during this time, because people are forced to, sit still and really reflect upon their lives and ruminate, because you've got virtually nothing to do but that. Unfortunately, most normies out there have just been holding their breath like a child so they can exhale and start breathing and acting and being as they were pre-2019. But one would hope that a lot of people would have taken stock of their lives and said, now I really know what I want, what I don't want, what I wasn't permitted to do. And the world has taken effectively 1 or 2 years from my life. I want to get on with things. The older you are, I suppose, the more pertinent that becomes and the more sharp that feels. My mind is always churning and thinking and planning and perfecting and creating. I'm a creative person at heart, but you can't think your way out of things that need to be applied. I can't plan a drawing. I have to get a pencil and start sketching and create it out of nothing. I need to do it to see it. I need to do it to see it materialize. The hope with which people live their lives can sort of be very telling, and it kind of reinforces why I think my fumbling around through the things I do, whether it's videos like this or just switching on my equipment and just deciding to speak to you on a topic that just sprang to mind maybe after watching a video and pondering on something, and then my thoughts led to something else. This is a nice conversation to have. It's how much value you feel in your life by doing these little things. And sometimes the effective big things come from just a casual step in the right direction. As I've mentioned a few times, approaching nearly a decade ago, I decided to leave the normal 5-day-a-week corporate gig where the only thing that was keeping me there is the money. And for most of us it is. Most of us are working jobs where it's just enough to keep us from leaving. I noticed that they were taking 5 days of my week away from me, where I spent one of my free days doing errands and washing clothes and doing housework, and really only one day of the week really trying to live and have it be my own, to do with as I wished. I got tired of running at breakneck speed on a Sunday, trying to live all of my week in one day, and then staying up as late as I could on Sunday night because I knew I had work the next day, just to make the most of that one day I had, really. Let me know if most of you have felt this or do feel it at the moment. So basically on paper, I started to get real with myself. And the person in your head, that voice, that instinct, is safety driven. No, do what we've always been doing, play it safe, human. No, wait, just wait. Okay, look, I can agree with you. Let's just wait and make it perfect. Let's just wait until when we do make that choice, then the road ahead is 100% certain. The reality was, and often is the case in the saying, I should have done it years ago, is that when I actually looked at it on paper, I wrote down the pros and cons, like why am I still putting up with this lifestyle? Why am I wasting 80 to 90% of my week and giving it to other people? I decided to take a hit. Only, mind you, a hit in salary, which I didn't really need. I got a home, I got a car, that's it. My lifestyle is simple. My hobbies aren't paragliding or sailing. So realistically, the only thing that was keeping me was comfort. And when I did what I knew to be right, I knew that I would lose a lot of things that I'd learned to be comfortable with. I guess what I'm saying is I really got honest with myself in terms of simplicity and what I needed and what would look like a contented life. Write it down on paper and don't just keep it as a herd of cats in your head, because having just thoughts swimming around in your head can make it easy not to pull the trigger because it's not clear. Once you write it down and you get honest with yourself, put in 2 columns, pros, cons, why I should, why I shouldn't. Whatever decision is in your life, if you're in an unhappy relationship, if you're in a job that you don't like, if you want to get healthy, what are the pros and cons? Then there aren't any more excuses, because a million thoughts running through your head is just a fog. And conveniently, you don't have to make a decision because nothing's clear. Oh, look, it's just feelings swimming around in my head. So What do you need to do to have a comfortable life? This is why a lot of times I give an example of what women you choose, what you choose to say no and yes to in your relationships. As I keep saying, everything in your life is a relationship. How are you going to approach the relationships in your life? Are they going to be in line with your values? Or are you going to have a romantically surprise-centered life where you start every day at zero and you don't really know what you stand for and you're just going to make it up as you go based on your feelings because that's exciting? Well, I'll tell you what, when you need at least a low level of Maslow's survival, especially in these times, it's pretty good when you've taken care of that. And then anything after that you can take or leave or adjust. But your base level of food, shelter, warmth, and all that kind of stuff is taken care of. Many people find it exciting to uproot their lives and take a whole unpredictable, crazy direction. It doesn't serve well with building anything for the future, any kind of stability with a person, with your own life. And what I mean is when I took a year off, when I decided, okay, now I only need to work part-time. Let me realistically look at my life and how it's going to be balanced for the better. What is the work-life balance I want? And I wanted more time for me to do fulfilling work that isn't just to pay the bills, to spend time with people I care about, to give time to the things I care about, my hobbies and pastimes, for my health, not to scramble home at night after working 5 days a week, trying to get to the gym for an hour, dysregulated sleep, dysregulated hormones, dysregulated diet, because you just can't fit anything in. You can't relax. You have to act like a machine in order to feel like a human being, which doesn't work. You have to act like a more balanced human being. And the machine-like aspect of your life, you know, what you have to do, the bills, the mathematics of life and taxes and things like that, you give them a smaller percentage of your life. But you can only do that if you take action and adjust your life to more of a human being, the human being that you want. And then you'll find it easier to find human beings that fit in with a more, let's say, historically balanced human approach to living. Anyway, some thoughts I wanted to give you. Let me know if it resonates with any of you guys, and especially some of you middle-aged to older guys that have come through this, being a machine in the system, having that midlife awakening, and then kind of noticing, what am I doing? I'm running on the treadmill that the 18-year-old me set for myself. I'm in my 30s, I'm in my 40s, for Christ's sake. What am I doing? When am I going to wake up? Is this going to be me when I'm 60 or 70? Makes you think, or at least it should. Anyway, guys, I hope that was food for thought. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and support the channel if you feel like it. Links below. Thank you to all you guys on Patreon and PayPal who have supported me this month. You guys are the best. I'll catch you soon. Bye.